So we'll start in standing with the feet about hip distance apart. Take an exhale, let yourself land right here. Connecting to a sense of openness and curiosity. Can you step into that space of non-judgment? Whatever feelings are here, let them be there. There is no right or wrong way to feel. There is only the way that you do feel right now. Let your awareness land on it. Okay, then we'll start to work with a little bit of a heel tap. This is a lift with the heel, very tiny lift, and you let yourself drop down so that it creates a gentle vibration through the body. The arms hang, there's a little bit of a wiggle through the body. And this is our process of allowing energy, emotion, whatever is stuck in the body, specifically whatever we've kind of pushed toward the side, pushed into a corner that we don't want to look at. We're creating a little bit of freedom of movement to say, okay, let me notice all of it. Let me notice all of it. What is the wholeness of my experience? I'm not going to ignore or repress any pieces of being me, any pieces of my human experience. They are all valid. Drop down into the heels. Find an experience of stillness. And we'll get ready to move into some of our more powerful movements. And the important thing to keep in mind here is how your physical body is feeling today, your shoulders, your back, your neck. We can use movement as a way to express ourselves, but we don't want to move in a way that might cause injury or overdo anything for our body. So keeping that in mind, we'll widen the feet a little bit farther, and we will start to weight shift from one foot to the other. The arms are just hanging. They're swinging from side to side. Now we're going into a set of rotation movements. If you tend to get dizzy or off balance with rotation, you can stay much more centered and just do the movement with your arms, especially keeping your head still. If you feel dizzy at all, come to center, head still, look at one point at the opposite side of the room so that you're not moving your head as much. Okay, so whatever version of that movement you are working with, the arms can start to get more expansive. They're going to swing from side to side, sweeping through the air. And coming toward the center, our rotation movement is going to get a little bit tighter. Bend the elbows into a cactus. Inhale, twist your spine toward the left. Exhale, twist your spine toward the right. The head can stay centered or it can move with you. See how you feel. Inhale, exhale. This is our breath of fire when we do a short, quick inhale, exhale. This is our connection to the fire element. And acknowledging that fire is a part of who we are. Anger, irritation, these are normal parts of being human. There's no way that we can avoid them completely, and that's okay. We have the tools to be with them and to process through any of these experiences. Last couple rotations. Come through center. Drop the hands down like you're pressing the palms down toward the earth. A little bit of bend in the knees like you're pushing your legs into the floor. Good, let that go. You can shake, you can wiggle. We recognize fieriness as being part of our experience, and it's always about balance. We don't want too much fire. That's quite an uncomfortable experience. So we have these tools to be able to regulate and balance our experience of fire. Okay, going into a big, powerful movement. We're going to work with a stomp, lifting your leg and putting it down, lifting the other leg, putting it down. And to be nice to our joints, what I like to do is land with a bend at the hip and the knee, a little gentle springiness in those joints when you land. And if you're on carpet or your yoga mat, that's going to give you a little bit more cushion. We start to get the arms involved. You come up into a fist and you throw the fingers open like you're throwing something on the ground. Pull and push. Powerful movement with the arms. Throw it down. Powerful movement with the leg. Find your pace. Use your breath to support that experience of energy, effort. Come towards center. Squeeze the hands in. Squeeze your whole body towards center like you're squeezing your bone structure. Just make sure you're not clenching your teeth. Squeeze your muscles. And then we press the hands down, open the fingers, open the mouth. Squeeze in. Inhale, exhale. Okay, one more like that. Maybe sticking the tongue out this time with our lion's breath. Inhale. Exhale with force. Give a little wiggle. Shake. Okay, one more round with the stomping movements. If you want to add more power, more effort, more energy to that movement, go for it. Maybe the stomps are wider. Maybe you bend lower. Where can you push more effort into that movement? Wherever that experience of anger and frustration is showing up in your life, in your body, channel it here. One more. Come back to center. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale. Two more. Come into center, a little shake, soft. Pause for a moment and just notice when you use the body to become an outlet for powerful feelings of emotions. After you go through that process, what is the effect? How do you feel now? We have a couple more movements that we're going to work with where there is an opportunity to channel that experience of energy and effort, really do a powerful movement output. But if at any point you feel like you're starting to feel tired or you've already released what you need to release, the movement can always become a little bit softer. Okay, so keep that in mind. We're going to do a classic Kundalini movement, the push and pull. You can have the hands open, push through the left palm, push through the right palm, and there's a strong rotation through the upper body. The head can stay still if you need that stability, or the head can turn and the knees can get really springy. Okay, the inhale is coordinated with the left arm. The exhale is coordinated with the right arm. You might start to pull the hands into a fist. See how that feels. This is our movement of connecting to boundaries, having that healthy limitation, that protective force in your life. This is my boundary. I can kindly and firmly uphold this boundary. And recognizing that when somebody crosses a boundary, when somebody doesn't respect a boundary, anger is a natural response to that. And we have to find a constructive and healthy way to express how we feel when somebody has not respected a boundary. Slow it down. Find center and rest for a moment. Good. Okay, we're going to start to sway. Rock yourself from side to side with the feet. Start to let the arms sweep from side to side. When we work on this process of peeling back frustration, anger, and we start to see some of the feelings that are underneath that, because very often our emotions are a layered experience. There's some complexity there. It's part of being human. So when we look underneath that, there's very often sadness, an experience of hurt, of vulnerability. So after we use those strong movements to channel the upwelling of energy that comes from anger, we come to a space of softness. Find your center and start a really soft wiggle, shake, springy, fluid. Wiggling the shoulders, wiggling the hips. It is an invitation of softness to balance out what normally is an experience of constriction. We think anger, there's this tensing in the body. And once we show that energy where it can go, how it can find that experience of completion, then we move to that space of inviting softness. Good. Bring your hands up and around. Hold your shoulders or your arms like you're giving yourself a hug. You can squeeze the hands around the shoulders and down the arms. Here I am, right here. Coming back up, doing that one more time. Squeezing down. Putting the effort and the time in to take care of myself, to learn how to be with my feelings exactly as they are. Okay, maybe coming down to sitting. That can be sitting in a chair, it can be sitting on the floor, either way. Okay, we'll start to take that invitation of soft, fluid movement into a rocking side bend. Arms are really soft, hands are soft. Coming up through center, and we'll start to work with the shoulders. We're going to squeeze the shoulders up with effort and exhale through the mouth, almost like you're sighing. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale. Sigh it out. I don't have to hold on to this. Whenever it's ready to leave, it is able to do so. One more. A wiggle, a rock with the head. Our attention comes up into the neck, and we will sway the head from side to side ever so gently. Drawing in, connecting to the experience of softness underneath. And knowing that when you land in that space of sad, hurt, feeling vulnerable, you have that ability to soothe and comfort yourself, to connect to that feeling of being nurtured. Okay, the next time your head rocks over to one side, we'll take the opposite hand up to the top of the shoulder. Give a couple gentle squeezes around the upper shoulder, the neck, where a lot of tension likes to hang out. And we'll work our way down toward the shoulder. When you get to the arm, use your fingertips to slide down the arm and throw it away. Like you're swiping dust off of your arm, peeling away that tension. Whatever's stuck to you, you don't have to hold on to it anymore. Try that on the other side. Come up, squeeze. Work through that tension. Fingertips slide down the arm. Brush it away. One more time. Give a little wiggle. Take your hands and press them down to the floor. Whatever's underneath you, whatever's supporting you right now, push into that feeling of support. This is earth energy. It is the never-ending source of support, nurturing, caring, holding us up. That unwavering experience of support, always there for us. And we'll come down even closer to that feeling of support as you come down onto the back. The shape that you settle your body into is completely up to you. You can stretch out into Shavasana. You can bend your knees and lean your knees together like I am, or any other shape that will help you to settle. It's like your body is melting into that feeling of being supported. There's nothing else that you have to do here. All the work of your practice is done. Now you get to soak in this experience of being. Simply being. I'll leave you to rest here as long as you can, as long as you need to really absorb the effect of this practice. And I thank you for joining me. You did awesome work today. Anytime we work with anger or strong emotions, take the time to recognize to yourself that you did a challenging thing. Let that soak in. Thank you for being here, and I will see you back here soon.